So my boss had called me the Wednesday before Trump's inauguration, said we're buying TikTok. It's 10:30 at night, and I said, "Okay, what do you really need?" And as it turns out, he was being completely serious. So basically, essentially, the last couple of weeks have really been putting together our bid, and so as a result of that, we have, to our knowledge, the largest bid. I can say it is significantly over the $20 billion that Frank McCourt's group has announced that is
Wow.
under tender. Yeah,
Yeah.
and Mr. Beast is one of the investors that we've named, as well as the CEO of Anchorage Digital, which is obviously a crypto marketplace, but it's backed by United States Treasury, and also the CEO of Roblox. And some, other institutional and high net worth investors. Really a cool portfolio. So essentially, it's like the couple acquisitions that we've done before in terms of philosophy. We're very opportunistic,
Yeah.
and we are able to move very quickly. So when we see a opportunity to take an asset that somebody has to do something with,
Yeah.
it's one that we want to pursue, and obviously the chance to really take over probably the most prevalent cultural force,
Yeah.
not to mention the top app in the world. Like, we're very close, and I'm actually pretty
Wow.
excited about it. So.
Wow. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, just the whole concept of effectively a kind of a recruitment HR business owning something like that is amazing. Have you met MrBeast? That's what I want to know.
I have no comment on that.
Okay, fine. Okay, my son asked me to ask you that because
Okay,
he's a massive MrBeast fan.
your son. Good
I
son.
mean, yeah, I mean that's fascinating. Yeah, fascinating stuff, and obviously, I'd like to ask you lots more questions about it, but I'm sure you probably not appropriate to talk about it too much. But I kind of wanted to, because with TikTok being this, as you say, this sort of cultural defining channel, I just wanted to have a quick chat about how media kind of as a whole is changing, because we're obviously in a I don't know how best to describe it, but um a time where there's lots of news and lots of things going on, and we kind of got a media industry that for for financial reasons is kind of chasing clicks and all this sort of stuff. And I thought back to when I first met you, when we were both bloggers, kind of writing, semi-independently and all that sort of stuff. And it's like, are those kind of voices sort of disappearing under this kind of huge sort of commercial pressure in media at the moment? And I suppose we could look at that specifically from from an HR and recruiting perspective, in terms of people who kind of write and the voices that are out there. What's your kind of view on that?
So as far as the bigger media picture, obviously, I think certainly in the United States and also the UK, you obviously have a bifurcation along political and ideological lines that's a little bit new, right? It used to
Mm,
be about finding facts. Now it's sort of about chasing the angle. So even when you see a mainstream media organization, let's say like the Times, they're going to have a very, like a very fixed agenda that they're trying
mm.
to work the facts into. So I think in that way, mainstream, you're seeing mainstream media actually become a lot more like blogging used to be, right? It was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
validate a theory rather than report the facts. I do think that there's some amazing independent voices out there that continue to write and continue to write amazing stuff.